The Dalai Lama has said, today our planet does not need any more successful people. What our planet needs today is a lot of storytellers, a lot of speakers like you, a lot of healers, a lot of peacemakers, and a lot of compassion. Friends, today I'm going to tell you a story of my life with my two people in my life, my parents. One is Shukriya and the other is Zindagi. Shukriya is my mom who taught us about the gratefulness, about small things. And Zindagi is about my dad. Friends, the way they live their life, and I want to tell you the space that a parent shares with the other parent, that space is so sacred. And if we honor that space, in that space we were cultivated as children. And it is that space which is a playground of parents, of children. And here it is where the children blossom and they bloom. So I want to tell you that the life that they led, about contribution, about the unconditional love that they showered on us, and the respect and the friendship that they had for each other makes us want to meet to become a better human being, a better doctor today, a better leader today. My mom, she has introduced the seeds of spirituality in us. When my dad had his first heart attack, when I was just in second MBBS, and I was thinking of all the complications. What could go wrong with my dad, that my dad would leave this world. And here was my mom. She said, nothing is going to happen to your dad. Don't worry. She lived a life like as if everything was a miracle. Friends, Albert Einstein has said this, that you can live a life like everything is a miracle or nothing is a miracle. She wasn't reading the Law of the Attraction by Joe Vitale. She was not reading the other kind of books which are available today. She was just saying only one thing, shubh, shubh, socho. Think good and the good is going to happen. Gratefulness. She was grateful to God that my dad came home, and she was having that laughter in her, which made us realize that laughter could just burn out all the anger, all the fears, and all the tears. Friends, her embrace was so beautiful that if I landed in her embrace, I could smell the ginger and the oil and the asafoetida, and I would never want to come out of that embrace. My dad was a very loving person. Not only that, he did loving things for us. He wrote the best handwritten letters to us. He sang the most beautiful lullabies in the night. He made us sleep with the stories of his childhood, of the partition, of the freedom fighters, but yet he was tough on us. He introduced discipline into our lives. And I remember a match of badminton where I had lost miserably 6-0. And I was still complaining and I was whining and I was blaming the referee and I was blaming everybody else, and the partiality and all of that rubbish was going on. And my dad pointed out to me, what is wrong with you? Stop complaining. Look at your backhand. Look at the way you serve. And then I practiced and practiced how to kill a serve. And then I won that match. He taught me how to change a flat tire. Today, my son, when he calls me from somewhere, Mom, can you tell me somebody's name who can come and change my tire? I said, what? I changed my own tire. You figure out how to change your tire. It helps me to become a better parent. I have a tagline in my house, which was be like water. You must be wondering, what does it mean? So what does it mean to be like water? Water is what nourishes, what nurtures. It just flows effortlessly. There is no effort. It goes through all the hindrances which come on its way, friends. It never stops. It's unstoppable and yet so flexible. Boil it to 100 degrees centigrade. Allow it to cool. It comes down and becomes so soft and so supple and so sheetal. Sheetal is the word that my mother used whenever I got angry. Shut up, she said, and just sit down quietly. Close your eyes. Resilience, what was taught to us by water. Egolessness, the water goes from higher to lower. Look at the sea. It absorbs all the streams in itself, and yet it is so humble. The last and the most important feature of water is the water can cut through the mountain. You think the mountain is more confident and more determined? I would say no. The water has got perseverance and persistence. That's what makes it so beautiful, that it can cut through a mountain also. You know, friends, during my childhood, all my vision board was being prepared. The core belief systems were being made. But let me tell you one thing. My vision board was not only about goals and goals, it was full of beautiful, alive, emotional moments of singing, of dancing, and of fun. Friends, we all have a spark of madness in us, and let not that madness die in you. I'll tell you one story about a little girl. She was 15, Ashley. She entered the clinic and she entered my room, and she came tiptoeing with her heels into my room. She was wearing a black salwar and a kameez and a red flowing dupatta with a lot of sequins in it. It was shining. She had a bindi on her forehead and dangling earrings like this ones, you know. And when she came into my room, she kept a gift on my table and she said, "I'm Ashley. And do you remember me?" And here I was thinking, very familiar face. But when I went closer to her, I saw a stubble on her chin. There was a little bit of hair, old hair. She had come to us 2 years back to become into a girl from a boy. Friends, she was so happy. She expressed her gratitude that we had accepted her and we had acknowledged her and we had shown some love and affection to her. At our place, we are doing this diagnosis of gender euphoria and helping them to transition into the opposite sex of what they really want to be. Don't we want to be acknowledged? Don't we want to be appreciated? I feel so lonely so many of the my times. But what am I doing for appreciating and for acknowledging the other people in my life? Mahatma Gandhi, he said, be the change that you want to be. So what is my role? To be a change in my environment, within my friends, my relatives, with my team members, and as a leader. What am I doing to acknowledge people in my own life? What I want to say to you is the adventure, the Proust has told that the adventures of life is not about having a new perspective or a new landscape. It is about looking at the old ones with new eyes, with new perspective, with new kind of fresh look and love in your heart, with an open heart. When we look at people, we appreciate them for who they are. Today, friends, I have this phone. And on this phone, the two numbers which are never going to ring on this phone are my mom's and my dad's numbers, because I lost them during my journey of life. I want to ask you, friends, you have these people in your life. Are you going to cherish them or not? What can you do to show your love and affection, to show your gratitude to these lovely people in your life? Can you sit with them? Can you talk to them? Can you ask your mom, did you have your lunch today? How are you today? Can you send a message? Can we just write a letter, a love-filled letter to them, showing them how you appreciate them? Can we go and embrace them and not leave that embrace? Try it. Just try doing it. It's going to make you very, very happy, because it's going to make them happy. The only way to become happy is to make someone else happy. Thank you very much.